Yo, third war. Alright, today we're talking about the corrupt educational system. So I'm going to keep it real short. You can do your own research on this later. Basically, just going to break everything down real quick. Alright, so in the late 1800s to the early 1900s, there was a lady named Maria Montessori. She specialized in education. And her whole deal was to take the child and nurture the talents and gifts that child has so that they can expand in something that they're already naturally talented in. Then someone named John Dewey, who was responsible for the Dewey Decimal System, who was also in the educational field, basically they spread some rumor, I forgot what it was, but they basically made Maria Montessori look crazy and look bad like they do with a lot of people. They do smear campaigns all the time. And so they pretty much discredited her and her work. And he had a socialist program which he wanted to bring in as an educational program. So they took out her program, which would empower the individual, and they implemented John Dewey's system, which would empower the socialist system, which would empower the elitists and none of the individuals on our level of society. So their school system, obviously being socialist, taught people to work together, which isn't bad. It's good to collaborate with people, but they totally stripped the individual qualities out of each person, and they stopped them from being an independent thinker. Another thing they did was they created workers, not thinkers. So they prepare you, they give you all these lessons, and then they throw you out into the world, and they basically just prepared you to work in an office or do some other mundane job where you're just basically a cog in a machine just turning the wheel to keep the power going. And the school system doesn't create thinkers. It doesn't create people like Thomas Jefferson, like Thomas Paine, Benjamin Franklin, Nikola Tesla. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't create people who can think on their own, because it keeps you inside of a box. Because if you don't stay inside of that box, you're threatened by your parents, by your teachers, by all of society that you're not going to succeed in life. So you might have had parents that told you when you're a little kid, stop dreaming, you're not going to be a musician, you're not going to change the world, you're not going to be a great scientist, you're not going to do this or do that or do this. They basically say you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but they keep people in these small boxes, and that's not all parents. Some parents are really cool. Like my dad, he totally nurtured my whole musical side, which was awesome. But a lot of people aren't that fortunate, and their parents basically limit them. Their subconscious mind, they basically throw negative seeds in their mind, which grow as the children get older, and it totally affects the rest of their life without them even being conscious of it. So, basically, research this. There's a book called The Education Enigma. It's called Essays by Bruce Dietrich Price, and it's What Happened to American Education. This explains everything I just summed up, but in way more detail. I actually didn't finish the whole book yet. I got caught up with some other books I wanted to finish first, but what I've read so far, I've read like a quarter or half of it so far, and it's absolutely awesome. So definitely order this. There's a website called improve-education.org. So I'll put that like maybe down here somewhere. I'll put like a little button so you can click it. It's by the guy that wrote this book, I believe, and it's a cool website. Just stroll through. He's basically up to date with the whole tyrannical ideologies that are being carried out in the upper levels of government and throughout all society. So he's coming from that perspective and showing you how education should be as opposed to what it currently is. So yeah, educate yourself the right way. Read books. You could do whatever you want. Don't think you have to be a pharmacist if you don't want to be a pharmacist just because you think you need to make money. Fuck that. If you don't want to be a pharmacist and you want to be a painter, start painting, start practicing, and start making the painting happen. If you want to be a rapper, start rapping, make the rapping happen. If you want to be anything really, a motivational speaker, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, carry it out. And I promise you, if you take the steps to live out your dream or to do what you want to do, the universe or God or whatever you want to call it will guide you along the way and help you with what you want to achieve. Because what you feel deep down inside that you really want to do, that if you express that nature, then that's going to be the best contribution that you could give to all of humanity. Because that desire is inside of you for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a holistic doctor, that's inside of you for a reason, to go out there and help people. If you want to be if you want to learn about politics and do something in politics, but you know everything bad that's going on in the world and you want to change it, and that's your dream, carry that out and make a change in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to make a change by working in a bank, being an accountant the rest of your life. And no offense if that's what you're doing, but that's the truth. You're not going to make a change being an employee at Walgreens. You're not going to make a change cleaning floors, which is currently what I'm doing for a job. You can't stick with those things because they keep you trapped inside of society's prison. So educate yourself, read books, turn off the TV, follow your dreams, and let's change the world. Later. Oh, if you want to check out my music, youtube.com/official3rdwar. I'll put it up here. Just click it and spread it to all your friends. Later.